नमस्ते भैया, कितना काम किया भाई लिखो नीचे कमेंट्स में। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज यही है, ये वीडियो देखने का पता है, मैं बताता हूं पर्पस क्या है। इंडिया को डायरेक्टली compete करना चाहिए चाइना से, चाइना की प्रोग्रेस से, चाइना में जो भी चल रहा है हमको अवेयर होना चाहिए। मेरे दिमाग में थॉट आ रहा था कि यार टेक्निकली आई डोंट थिंक हम लोग को पता भी है, मुझे भी नहीं पता टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट चाइना दिखता कैसे है, क्योंकि हमको बैठ के मेन स्ट्रीम में बैठ के हम यार ये नहीं है सेवन कि हम बैठ के टीवी में देख रहे हैं वो देख रहे हैं। मैंने कहा भाई दिल्ली सबने देखा हुआ है, तो हम दिल्ली अपनी कैपिटल है, चाइना की कैपिटल है बीजिंग, देखते हैं यार क्या है भाई कैसा है, और फिर कंपेयर कर सकते हैं हम बेसिकली देख के कि हम किससे कंपीट कर रहे हैं, क्या हम आगे हैं हम पीछे हैं, क्या है, किन किन मैट्रिक्स किन किन एरियाज में देखते हैं भाई। वेरी इंटरेस्टेड।
Today we are flying to
Okay, I'm sorry.
China. With tensions between China and the West, the lengthy visa process and the recent pandemic, China has become unknown to the outside world. And over the next 4 weeks, we will be travelling through the country and seeing what it's really like.
We're currently in Heathrow Airport and are about to fly to Beijing, China. How are you feeling about flying to China?
A little bit nervous, but very excited. I think now we've got through security, our visas have worked, now the excitement comes.
We boarded the plane, ready for the 10-hour flight ahead of us. We know China is going to be different from anywhere else we've travelled. With no understanding of the language and no tour guide, this will be one of our craziest travel adventures yet.
भाई साहब भाई ओके लैंडिंग फाइनली, अब स्टार्ट करते हैं, है ना।
We've got our backpacks and now it's time to try and navigate the Beijing metro system. Good luck to us. Oh, luckily it's in English. Right, let's find an ATM.
So one of the difficulties about China is you can't always use cash. You've got to use these online apps. We're going to try and get some cash out here at the airport so that we don't mess up anything.
I can't see ATM anywhere else.
We might need to ask someone. Do you know if there's an ATM here? ATM? Oh yeah, we got cash. Oh wow, look at that.
That's a lot of cash.
We can pay for stuff.
Yay!
One of the first things we've seen is these panda sleeping pods. How cool is this? I kind of just want to stay in the airport.
Oh, you can sleep in there. Okay.
We should probably go to our hotel. What's the direction we're heading?
B1 down.
All right, let's go. We have no idea how this.
To me so far, अगर तुम ये माइनस कर दो हमारे एयरपोर्ट पे दिल्ली पे क्या हुआ था, जो पूरा पानी भर गया था, पूरा पानी गिरने लग गया था। If you just cancel that out, I mean, airports are airports basically.
This is going to work. Hopefully we can pay by cash or maybe use Alipay because that's one of the methods you can use to pay, and we have that sorted. Oh, here we go. Sign to the subway. Follow this blue thing. We have our tickets to the subway station where we can get off and go straight to our hotel. We haven't been able to use Alipay yet. I don't know why it's not really working, but because we got cash out, we've just been using that and it has been working pretty well. Right, line 10.
Okay, so तुम्हारा डायरेक्टली जैसे दिल्ली में भी तुम अगर जाते हो तुम्हारा डायरेक्टली मेट्रो कनेक्टेड है, एंड आई थिंक सेम सिस्टम है यहाँ पे भी।
We've just arrived at the station where our hotel is, and I can smell rain in the air. This is the first time we are going outside in China. Escaped the transport system and we are out.
Okay.
These are our first sights of Beijing.
Well, relatively clean actually, but हमारा first impression है गाड़ियों से हॉर्न की आवाज भी उतनी है जितनी।
This is crazy. It feels so different to anywhere else I've been, even when we were in Shanghai. Because if you don't know, last year we actually went to Shanghai, but just for 4 days.
We did like a transit
हॉर्न तो लिटरली मुझे इंडिया की याद दिला रहा है।
visa.
But this is our first proper time in China where we're going to be
Obviously culturally architecture different है,
exploring the whole country.
but it's
So we have just checked into our hotel, our first hotel here in China, and it is a really nice room. It's costing us about £50 a night.
Yeah. Look what I just found. I was just exploring the room and
Tea?
I have never seen this before,
What?
but this is a fire escape hood. In all our travels, I've never seen this.
Maybe this is
What?
a common thing in China.
Hopefully we don't have to use it, but it looks cool.
We're going to look for some dinner. We've only been walking 5 minutes, and the only cars we've seen, the only bikes we've seen have all been electric. It's like we're in the future. Look,
okay.
this
Chill.
is an electric car. That's an electric car. I don't know.
LA has like 70 to something% of electric car. It's not the future.
If you could see, but there is like 10 different cameras up there on the road.
Oh my. I think 2 cameras would do the job.
There is cameras everywhere here. It's quite intimidating because we can't look up anything online about restaurants because everything's in Chinese, menus, all the prices. So we just got to be confident and just walk into somewhere and order something random. I think that's our best bet.
Yeah, we just got to wing it.
Right, we've seen this restaurant in here and we're just going to go for it. We're just going to try and eat in there.
We have no idea what they serve or how much anything is, but we're sat down.
We're trying to read the menu and we're just looking at the pictures because everything's in Chinese.
We've ordered our meal and they've just brought us some water, but it's actually like boiling hot water, like it's out of the kettle. I almost can't hold it. That's very hot.
Whoa, look at that.
We've got some chicken rice. I'm not sure what the sauce is, but it's so good.
Right now we have no idea if we're eating this meal properly because they gave us a spoon, but then we also have chopsticks.
Chopsticks is the right thing for this, but tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they might have just given us a spoon because we look very, very foreign. The chicken tastes so good, doesn't it? Really good, and a massive size portion as well. Also ordered these like little lamb kebab thingies. I don't know, they were offering them, so we thought, why not? Let's grab some. Oh, they smell good.
Really good, actually.
Are they?
Okay, so
I'm
we're
gonna get
basically
that.
getting तुम्हारा restaurant का.
On the WeChat, and I'm going to scan this thing, and let's see what happens. So this is our order. Our order has come to 84. Here we go. I'm going to type in my password, and hopefully it pays.
What? Oh, so basically हमारे जैसे होता है.
Requires visiting a bank's page for verification.
Okay, well that hasn't worked.
That's probably my bank.
You paid?
Yeah. On WeChat. That's a first.
Okay.
That's going to make life in China so much easier.
Oh yeah. That was a great
Digital pay system basically जो कि India obviously जिसमें भयंकर level पे आगे है.
first meal in China. It was a little bit stressful because we weren't sure if we were going to pay, but obviously it worked out in the end. Very excited for the next couple of days here in Beijing.
Damn.
Good morning, guys. It is our first full day here in Beijing, and we're going to jump straight on the metro and head right into the deep heart of the city.
Okay, so far what I'm noticing is it's I don't know, it's clean.
Just got our metro tickets. One of the issues we've had with the metro is we always have...
And this comparison makes sense because तुम किनसे compare कर रहे हो? दोनों बहुत insanely high population countries हैं. So the comparison is actually fair.
to go to the person, because when we use the machines it asks for ID and we don't have Chinese ID obviously, so if you are a foreigner you have to go to the person most of the time.
No, the metro is the same.
One of the crazy things about the metro here is that there's safety metro officers in almost every carriage here in Beijing, and there was some guy sitting on the floor and he clicked record on his little camera thing and then recorded him and said something to him. I don't know if it was get out, but it really was quite a weird circumstance. I don't know why, but yeah, there's a lot of safety officers everywhere.
We've just arrived at our first spot and there is a lot of people around. It is a Saturday, but it seems so busy.
Okay. I'm just gonna remove this caption thing because, yeah, I want to watch it.
We don't really know where we're going. We're just following all these crowds in
It's very clean.
this direction, and hopefully it'll take us somewhere cool. This signpost is not really helpful for us. It's something left and something right. Which
So I'm assuming they are तुम्हारा कोई touristy जगह पे शायद कोई temple है या कुछ भी है. And it reminds me of a lot of places. तुम्हारे दिल्ली में भी जो touristy हैं, तुम simple, you know, जहाँ पे park है, पूरी families जाती हैं, बैठती हैं. तुम्हारा इंडिया गेट हो गया. इंडिया गेट के आई थिंक आसपास में ही हुमायूं टूम भी है जहाँ पे लोग बहुत लोग जाते हैं क्योंकि गार्डन है, सुंदर है, तुम्हारा चल सकते हो, तुम आराम से पिकनिक कर सकते हो. बट द थिंग इज क्लीनलीनेस.
way? Okay.
Whoa,
This is so cool.
it's so big.
This is what you always see when you think of Beijing. This is the thing which always pops up. This is the Temple of Heaven. Everyone in China loves all the photos. Look at them. There's just a line. Everyone's having photos taken for their Instagrams or whatever the Chinese equivalent is, I guess. Okay, this is quite overwhelming. Right now there's just people everywhere.
Wow.
And we are probably... There must be some other foreigners here, but we haven't seen any yet. That was quite nice. We were just talking to you guys, and then this lady comes up and offers to take a photo for us. Completely in Chinese, obviously, so we didn't understand anything, but really friendly.
I've just seen something so cool. These kids have like ice lollies, but they are in the shape of the temple, and I want to get one of those.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to find one.
Chocolate?
Non-staff do not move?
Mango?
I don't understand.
So look at this. It's a Temple of Heaven ice cream. A chocolate one. And what have you got?
I've got a mango. Look how cool this is.
The detail on this ice cream is absolutely incredible. Not only is it a really cool ice cream, it actually tastes so good.
Yeah. Those are good temples.
We're getting a...
How would you... तुम्हारे हनुमान टेम्पल से तुम कंपेयर करोगे इसको जो कनॉट प्लेस पे है, पर वहां पे भी इट्स तुम अगर जा रहे हो और तुम्हारा जो सेंट्रल पार्क पे बात कर लो, हम लोग कनॉट प्लेस पे बात करो ना यार, वहां पे भी इतने लोग जाते हैं तुम्हारे हैंग आउट करने, पार्क है ऑब्वियसली, वहां पे इंसान बैठता है, बगल में तुम्हारा हनुमान टेम्पल हो गया, बहुत फेमस है जो, बट इट्स नॉट ऑर्गेनाइज, बट यस वहां पे कोई टिकट भी नहीं लग रही, कोई भी इंसान जा सकता है, वापस आ सकता है, बट हाँ तुम्हारी क्लीनिंग तो होती है, सर्विसेज वहां पे लगी तो है ही हमारी सरकार द्वारा, जो ऑब्वियसली पूरे जगह ही होती है, सुबह तुम्हारे लोग क्लीन करते ही हैं.
Photo with this guy. He wants a little tripod shot with us.
Thank you.
We probably should.
But this is another thing that I'm noticing, ये foreigners हैं और लोग यहाँ पे इनको, I mean I don't know, जहाँ तक मैं देख रहा हूँ they're showing everything, पेस्टर नहीं कर रहे. इंडिया में भाई अगर तो फॉरेनर है पहले तो पूरी दुनिया से और फिर उसके बाद तुम्हारी गलती से भाई पता नहीं क्यों क्या होगा, एक भीड़ लग जाएगी, फोटो खिंचवाइए ना हमारे साथ. एंड दैट आई थिंक ऑल्सो इज अ वेरी 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 रूड, insanely stupid and bothering thing to do, because हर इंसान की पर्सनालिटी डिफरेंट होती है. काफी लोग इंट्रोवर्टेड होते हैं, काफी लोग पसंद नहीं करते लोगों से फालतू का इंटरेक्ट करना, काफी लोग अपने स्पेस को बहुत एंजॉय करते हैं, काफी लोग काफी क्रिटिकल होते हैं दूसरे लोगों के. तो मैं एक चीज समझना, हर कोई नहीं पसंद करता वो सब चीजें, और किसी का हो सकता है दिमाग खराब हो जाए, किसी का हो सकता है 3 की क्या वैल्यू हो कि भाई वो 3 लोगों के साथ माइंड ना करे, हाँ लाओ फोटो खिंचवा लेते हैं, पर वो देख रहा है जब 14 लोगों की लाइन लगे तो लगता है भाई मैं क्या हूं. यहां पे ऑलमोस्ट टू अ ग्रेट डिग्री हम प्रॉप्स में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं गोरे लोगों को, एंड आई मीन वाइट पर्सन, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे वाइट पर्सन तो कहीं से भी हो सकता है ना, यूरोप से भी हो सकता है, इधर से भी हो सकता है, उधर से भी हो सकता है, सो रिगार्डलेस. एंड वो बहुत ही, आई थिंक एक इंसान अगर तुम्हारे देश आए तो उसको एंजॉय करने दो, और तुम्हारा दूसरा धर्म ये होना चाहिए कि तुम उसकी ट्रिप को और बढ़िया बना दो. तो यहां पे अगर कोई इंसान आके कह रहा है हम तुम्हारी फोटो खींच दें, अरे आपके कोई मदद चाहिए तो बताइएगा, क्योंकि भाई हम तो यहीं रहने वाले हैं, आप गेस्ट हो यहाँ पे, कोई चीज समझ ना आ रही हो हमसे पूछिए. इंस्टेड ऑफ इंसान को पेस्टर करना, मेरी पर्सनल नीड है कि मेरे को उसके साथ सेल्फी चाहिए, उसकी विल, उसकी कंसेंट, उसका मूड, उसकी पर्सनल स्पेस गया भाड़ में. अपने आप को एक नार्सिसिस्टिक वे में इंपोज कर देना, या फिर ऑलमोस्ट एक इग्नोरेंट वे में इंपोज कर देना दूसरे की स्पेस में, बहुत आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड टू व्हाट डिग्री. आई वुडंट लाइक इट. अगर मैं कहीं जा रहा हूं तो मुझसे बस भाई जीने दो ना मुझको, क्या कर रहे हो?
Could have expected it, but there was so many people inside that temple. Kind of part of the atmosphere.
Well, also population.
There isn't it? Let's jump on the tube and head to our next spot.
But as you can see, again, it's clean.
No idea what this means. Warm tips. Does that mean hot tips?
That's what I'm also noticing.
Tips like travel tips?
Oh, it's like warm trip, I guess. You know, like it's a greeting.
These noodles look so good. I don't know what we're going to mix in. Maybe some of this into there?
Chutney hai.
Give it a little go.
Smidge. Yes.
No idea.
It doesn't look that good, but I
Britishers.
think we've got to be brave and just mix it into the bowl of noodles.
Yeah, we gotta go for it. I have no idea what this is.
No. We just saw a guy with these noodles and we're like, yeah, that looks good, let's get them. I'm so bad with chopsticks at the moment because it's been a while since we've used them.
Okay, so again, हम यहाँ पे कोई पब्लिक जगह पे हैं जो कि काइंड ऑफ टूरिस्टी भी है, but look how clean it is.
So right now we're in the grounds very close to Tiananmen Square, which is a very important part of Beijing and China. And right here you can see this massive building in front of it.
Oh my god, it's clean, bro. Again, मैं यहाँ पे बात करने वाला हूँ क्योंकि हम लोग की population almost same है. और हम यहाँ पे capital की बात कर रहे हैं, तो I'm pretty sure इनकी capital की population बहुत high होगी, हमारी बहुत high है. The thing I'm noticing is, again, this thing. And maybe एक मेरा sweeping comment है, people here look almost जो भी तुम्हारे कैमरा के इनका वो आ रहा है, मैं जब यहाँ पे नॉर्मल लोगों को देख रहा हूँ, there is a sense of, I think, कपड़ों को देख के मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है कि they're richer or something. I'm not saying richer in the sense wealthy, but they're well to do. जो उनका dressing sense है या dress sense है, वो ऐसा देख के लग रहा है कि हाँ, they're taking care of themselves. Fashion काफी, you know, it's very fashion savvy.
It's crazy. I think
like हर किसी इंसान ने, like these are small things, but ये कितनी important है. हर कोई इंसान umbrella यूज कर रहा है धूप से बचने के लिए, which people don't realize, but it's a very good thing to do, especially अगर काफी गर्मी हो रही है.
these gates and into here is how you get into the square, but this area is very highly guarded with loads of police. So there we just got asked for our passports, and I think that means we can actually go in the square now. I'm not sure. It seems really odd because it looks like this is the old way to get into this area, but right now it seems closed, like you can't go inside. So we read online, since 2021 you actually have to make a reservation to go into Tiananmen Square, but it is completely quiet around there, so we don't think that it's open today. We're not really sure. Maybe someone on here can actually tell us why. The amount of
Okay, you see now. अब ये लोग तुम्हारे, मेरे को जहां तक लग रहा है, जैसे तुम सीपी में तुम जब साइड वॉक पे चल रहे होते हो, पार्किंग से मेरे को उसी चीज की याद दिला रही है.
police checkpoints and police in
It's
this
clean.
area is crazy, and they have these big police buses. I don't know what they are, but they're pretty cool. After that attempt to try and get into Tiananmen,
So the population is now, density तुम्हारे को similar दिख रही है.
where we are now on this busy
But you realize, you see what I'm talking about?
touristy walking street. So I think in this area we can try some little bits
It's like Connaught Place, I think.
and yeah, see what we see. What is going on in here? This shop just feels so random. Look at all these ducks just wobbling on the wall, and then all sorts of random little treats, milk bottles. I don't even know what it is, but it's just random stuff. A little gun here. It is Madame Two Swords, but in Beijing, so there's probably a load of people. We have no idea what they are or who they are.
Okay, so now I can say that. Look, just looking at this relatively, like cleanliness में तो 100% I would say they're far ahead.
Audrey Hepburn, alright, we know her. So we're going to try and order a Didi, and a Didi is basically like an Uber in China. So I'm just trying to order it now. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It's literally the first time we've used it. Okay, we've got someone.
We're being taken photos.
And he should
Smile.
be here. People on a bus, like a tour bus, were just taking photos outside the coach.
Or bus.
You gotta love it in China. There's a traffic light which is counting down from 10 and 10, 9, 8, 7. You see that? And that, I'm guessing, is when the traffic light is going to be green. That is mental.
That's crazy.
So the traffic lights must be attached to the app, or maybe like the government or something. I don't know.
Hey, this is also, you have to understand communism. So यहाँ पे private companies और सब, I think तुम्हारे जो systems हैं काफी interlinked हैं, काफी interconnected हैं. You know, quasi-communism.
Everything is connected in China.
I have never seen anything like that. That is pretty crazy. This might be him. Yeah. We're in the DD. That was pretty easy, to be honest, wasn't it?
How much was it?
I think it was only 31.
So sort of the similar prices like तुम्हारा Uber और Ola जो इंडिया में चल रहे होते हैं.
Bye. So we have just arrived at Jingshan Park,
Okay.
which is one of the viewpoint areas in the city.
Okay.
Wow, this is cool. Look up there. It's pretty. It looks like just like an oriental Chinese garden.
Except it's probably just a garden because we're in China.
Yeah. Look up there, John.
Oh wow!
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Look how cool that is.
We've got to try and get up there.
That looks quite high almost.
Yeah, it does. I think that's where the viewpoint of the city will be. Not bad. This is only 22p each. We have not reached the top yet, but we've got our first little viewpoint, and I think in the distance is.
So इस वीडियो में ज़्यादा हम देख रहे हैं systems almost काफी similar हैं, but मैं चीज़ें तो देख रहा हूँ कि even roads they work, traffic works relatively. I think I don't know इतनी ज़्यादा मेरे को data या grasp नहीं मिला इन चीज़ों को कि हम compare कर पाएं, but दिल्ली में traffic बात मत करो, रूल्स लोग तोड़ते हैं. अगर कोई भी कह रहा है रूल्स नहीं तोड़ते तो भाई तुम सो रहे हो. भाई मेरे तो पैर पे लोग देखा, मैंने साइडवॉक पे गाड़ियां चला चला के जाते हैं, तो ये मत कहना मुझसे. और मैं साकेत में रहता था भाई, तो मैंने तुम्हारा सेंट्रल दिल्ली का पूरा सब देखा हुआ है, या फिर कहूंगा साउथ दिल्ली का भी देखा है. तुम्हारे कनॉट प्लेस पे देख लो कितने रूल्स फॉलो हो रहे हैं, आदमी को कुछ वो फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट जहां तक यहाँ पे हमने टेक्नोलॉजी और इतने सारे हमें मैट्रिक्स हमें नहीं दिखे हैं इस ब्लॉग में, बट जहां तक हमें जो चीज मुझे मैट्रिक दिखी वो है तुम्हारा लोगों का, नॉर्मली लोगों का एक तरह से व्यू पॉइंट, लोग कैसे दिखते हैं. और दूसरा क्लीनलीनेस बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है, बहुत ही बड़ी चीज है. मेरे लिए तो बहुत बड़ा मार्कर है, बिकॉज तुम एक चीज देख रहे हो कि सडनली आंखों को कितना प्लेजेंट लगता है जब चीज एकदम दिखता है क्लीन है. And it's a very, I think, impressive thing.
Tallest building in the world, and it is so much higher than anything else. Now we're a bit.
That's not the tallest building in the world. Okay, our tallest statue.
I've actually realised it looks like there's a little bit more smog around. If you watched our video a year ago of Shanghai, it's such a high-rise city there, but Beijing has such a different feel. It feels a lot more historical, a lot more gardens, a lot more like lower buildings. Apart from that one, which is obviously ridiculously tall. Photo? Ah, very good. 谢谢. Bye-bye. We have reached the top of Jingshan Park, the viewpoint here. Whoa. That looks so cool.
It's kind of nice. You know what? Now I'm very interested. Oh, damn, it looks beautiful. I'm very interested. Actually, if I could, I don't know if I will or not, but if I could, I would like to go myself and, मैं अपनी आंखों से देखना चाहूंगा चीजों को. From a point of view of comparison, I would love to go to China. Like, as a tourist, and then see really कि कितनी चीजें इनके में कितनी different है, हमसे कितना आगे हैं, क्योंकि it's a very fair comparison, China से India का.
It's so nice all throughout this park. They've got this music playing in the background and it's so calming, and the views over the city are just so sounds like I'm in Disney. The views over the city are so beautiful. Definitely worth coming up to just to get a perspective of this huge city, because it just seems to go on forever. We've spent quite a bit of time outside today.
So it's very green also, these places, but I think that's because obviously touristy jagah hai.
Go and have dinner tonight, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Okay, again. Okay, even तुम्हारी जो
I'm very much looking forward to.
Right. Also एक चीज नोटिस करना, पीपल अपनी अपनी लेन में हैं. इंडिया में लोगों को लेन में देखता हूं सिस्टम समझ में नहीं आता. मैंने देखा जितनी भी मैं कैब देता हूं, लोग लेन पे ऊपर चला रहे होते हैं गाड़ियां. ये मेरी जिंदगी निकल गई देखते हुए, इसलिए ये सब बातें मैं कोई बहुत जनरलाइजेशन नहीं कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि मैंने अपनी जिंदगी में देखा नहीं लेन में चलते हुए या फिर लेन स्विच करने का जो सिस्टम होता है, लेन का मतलब क्या है किसी को कुछ पता ही नहीं है. एंड एटलीस्ट यहां पे लोग लेन्स में चल रहे हैं.
So this evening we are going to a restaurant to have something which is
very funny. The thing is, and I'm thinking, my entire life, in so many cabs मैंने देखा लोग इसको उसके ऊपर चला रहे होते हैं. मतलब पता नहीं क्यों, I don't know क्या सिर्फ मैं था, मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा कि मतलब ड्राइवर को ये है कि भाई इस पे चलना है, तो इस पे चल रहा है.
So this evening we are going to a restaurant to have something which is a speciality here in Beijing. But the funny thing is, when you think of Chinese food, it's very different here in China compared to back home, the British Chinese food, which is very different. But this speciality is actually quite famous. Wow, it looks busy here. One of the things we didn't mention is we've just arrived in one of the most popular restaurants in Beijing. So we have what looks like an hour or so wait, but we don't really know.
We can't read it, what she's written.
And the rest of it's in Chinese. So we're just going to wait and see how long it is. So after 2.5 hours of waiting, we have finally sat down, and honestly, it feels very fancy. More fancier than I think we've done in quite a while.
We have ordered half a Peking duck, which is famous here in Beijing, and you've probably had it at the takeaway before, like the crispy duck wraps, but I think this is going to be next level.
Because this is also supposed to be Michelin style.
Oh!
We don't actually know that,
But we've also got these beautiful noodles as a side.
This is fine dining.
So good.
Is actually. Right, let's taste this thing. Well, that's like a really deep flavour, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's like a nice level of spice in there. It's not too much, but it's like flavourful. Well, that was quite an eventful meal, wasn't it?
It very, really was.
Well, we are back from dinner now, and I'm a little bit shocked that we waited 2 hours and 20 minutes just for some duck. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. Yes, it was very good, but worth that long away?
Yeah, wasn't worth the wait.
Sure. But if you are in Beijing, obviously you've got to try the Peking duck because it is very tasty.
I'm not interested in ducks.
For my taste, there wasn't enough duck meat there, but it was still tasted pretty good.
It was a little bit of a shock first day, learning how to use WeChat, the subway, all that kind of stuff. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching.
Okay, तुम लोग बताओ, what were your observations? What did you think about it? And yeah, compared to Delhi. And हो सकता है हम दूसरे city उठाएं या फिर you can compare it to Mumbai. Because Mumbai also is very different from Delhi. Like very architecturally different है, and obviously culture भी काफी different है, you know. So yeah.